So hello guys, welcome to another Frontend Mentor challenge video. Today we are going to create this single price grid component with our HTML and CSS, and that's what it will look like in our HTML desktop design, and it is our mobile design. And here it is our end result. As you can see that's the desktop design and that's the mobile design, and it is looking amazing. And also, if you are interested for more front-end mentor challenge, here you can find more front-end mentor challenge in our YouTube channel. Also, you will get a link in the description for all of channel playlist. And also you can get the source code from this GitHub repo. I will link all these in the description. And that's it. Let's get into the code. So we are in the Frontend Mentor website, and today we are going to make this single price grid component. So let's come here, and here you can download this from here, and also you can see that's what we are going to make today with HTML and CSS, and also it will be a grid component. So that's fine. So let's download it, and if you downloaded this file, you will get this file from here. So just extract it. So here, so as you can see that we have now this file, and inside this file we have all the necessary things that we want. And now what we want is we need to open our Visual Studio Code and drag and drop here, so it will open it in our code editor. You can use any kind of code editor. So here, as you can see that the design what it will be in the mobile side, and it will look like in the desktop side. And also if you can see that we have the style guide which we need to follow, and this is the HTML, and also we have this content which we need to use in this design. So first of all, let's link our style sheet. Maybe here link CSS, sorry, and make sure that you have a style.css file, and that's it. So in our index.html, what we need is, if I open our design, as you can see that, so as you can see that we have this component, and if you can see that we have three items. First one is this one, second one is this pricing, and third one is why us. So we will make a grid component here. So we will use display grid to make this layout. So first of all, what I will do is we will create a container, and after that we will create these three div. So let's do it. So in our body here, so first of all let's create a section, and here we will have a div with a class of container, and in this container div we will have three div with a class of item. So we will have three div, and individually we will have a class for each of them. So for the first one we will have item 1, and for the second one it will be item 2, and for the third one it will be item 3. And for the first div, if I open the design, which is this one, as you can see that we have this content for the first div. So join our community. So let's give it a h2. If I open my HTML and make h2 and just cut this text, it will be in our h2. So paste it here inside the h2, and if I open, so as you can see that here, so we have another heading. Let's make it h3 and cut the content, paste it here. And also if you can see that we have a paragraph, so let's get a paragraph and just cut it from here and paste it here. And let's go to our item number 2, which is the div number 2. So in the div number 2, what we can see that we have a heading monthly subscription. So let's create a h3 for that and just paste it here. And also, if you can see that we have this paragraph, what we need is we need to create a paragraph and paste it here. So create a paragraph and paste the text here. But here, if you can see that we have defined a style in a single paragraph. So for the first part we have a bold style, and in the second part, as you can see, that we have a light style. So what we need is we need to wrap these dollars in a span. So let's create a span here inside our paragraph and wrap our dollar with this span, as you can see. So that's fine. Now we can do a separate style for our this dollar. So after that we have this paragraph. So if I come here, let's get a paragraph and just paste it here. And fine, and let's go to the third one. And before that, if you can see that we have a button here, this sign up button. So let's create a button here. So anchor tag, and let's get a depth link, and type will be button, and also class will be a button, and just paste the text. Let's go to the last one, which is why us section. So it is the third item. So here what we need is we need h3, and let's say that this text will be in our h3, and we will have a paragraph for this text here. So let's create a paragraph here and just cut and paste it here. And also what I need is I need to make a line break. If I come here, as you can see that we need to make sure that everyone is in it separate line. So we need to make a line break. So here, so also for all of them, and that's fine. So that's it, what we need for our HTML. And let's open it with our live server. So as you can see that that's what it is now looking. So let's come to our style.css, and for the first thing what we need is we need to make sure about our font. So if I open our style guide, as you can see that we will use Carla font here, and we will get this font from our Google fonts.google.com. So let's open a new tab and paste the URL, and what we will have is we will have this Carla font here. So which one we need 400 and 700. Okay, 4 and 700. So let's embed it from the import. So let's copy this import tag and just paste it here in the top of our style.css. And what we need is now we need to apply it. Let's apply it in our HTML. Say that font family will be the, so if I come here to the Carla font, and here as you can see that CSS rule, and just paste it here, that's fine. And if I come here, the font size will be the overall. If I come to our style guide, you can see that 16 pixel. So that will be the font size for the HTML. So fine, that's it. So let's come here and open it here and open it here. So now what we need to do is, first of all, let's clear all the unexpected gap. So let's say that padding will be 0 and margin will be also 0, and let's also give some border size, not border size, actually box sizing will be the border box. And that's it. As you can see that we don't have any extra gap now. So after that, let's come to our section and just say that the min height will be 100 VH, and sorry, also let's say that width will be our 100%, and display will be flex, and align items will be center, and justify content will be center, and background color will be, if I come here our design, as you can see that that's not the design. For the desktop design, that's the desktop design. Okay, so as you can see that we have this background which is actually in the style guide. If I come here in the style guide, this is the light gray, I think that's the color for our background. So copy this color and just paste it here in our style. So if I save, as you can see that our content is now in center, and also if you can see the background is now changed. Perfect. The next thing what we want is we want a padding, something like 100 pixel and 30 pixel, and that's fine, looking fine. So after that, let's come to our container. So in the container, what we will use is we will use display grid to make the layout. So display grid, and also for now what we are doing is we will make the mobile design first, and after that we will make it responsive and also make this desktop design. So for the mobile design, as you can see that for the grid we have a column 100%. So the grid template will be column 100%. So what it will do is it will create 100% column for each of grid item. So as you can see that we have 3 grid item, and for the each of grid item we create 100% column. So that's fine for our mobile version. So if I come here, as you can see that, so also let's say that the max width will be about 550 pixel, and also margin will be 0 and auto, which will make it in the center. So as you can see, if I make it bigger, it will stay in the center. Perfect. So after that, let's come to our border radius and make a 8 pixel border radius, and also give it a box shadow. So let me copy the box shadow and paste it here. Now as you can see that we have this box shadow which is looking nice. So the next thing is we need to create some space for each item. So we have a common class here for each item which we can use and create some padding like 30 pixel. So as you can see that we have 30 pixel padding for each of our item. So now let's create some specific style for each item. So first of all, item number 1. So in item number 1, what we need is we need to create a white background color. So as you can see that that's looking good, and if you can notice we don't have any our border radius. So for that what we need to do is in our container we need to make sure the overflow is hidden. Now we have back our border radius. So after that let's do some style for our this community heading. So it is in the item number 1, and we have a h2 in our item number 1. So the color will be, if I open our design, as you can see that this is the color which is actually in the, if I open our style guide, so which is this color, the first one, primary color, and just what we need is we need to paste the color, and here as you can see that that's the perfect color. Also let's say that font weight will be about 700, and also font size will be about 1.3 rem, and margin bottom will be about 15 pixel. So which is looking good. And if I open our mobile design, as you can see that we also have a different style in our next heading. So let's create the style for it. So let's grab this heading. So it is in the item number 1, and if I can open our HTML, so it is the heading 3. So in the h3, so the color will be the green color, I think. Yeah, this is the greenish color. So it is actually the bright yellow, I don't know. Yeah, this is the bright yellow color. Yeah, that's fine. And we need to make the font weight 700, and also font size of 1 rem, and also let's give it some margin bottom about 15 pixel, and looking good, not bad. That's fine if I give it something like that, as you can see. So after that, let's go to the paragraph. So in our paragraph, item 1 paragraph, and the paragraph color will be the gray color, which is actually this grayish blue. So copy it and paste it here, and say that font size will be about 1 rem, and also line height will be 1.5 rem. So looking good, as you can see. Perfect. So after that, let's come to our item number 2, which is this one. So as you can see that in our item number 2, what we have is, now we have a different kind of background. So let's make it. So in our item number 2, we have a background color, so which is the same background, I think this one here. If I paste it, and here it is. Also let's come to our paragraph now. So first of all, and also let's come to our heading. So item 2, the heading, so h3, the color will be the white, and also font weight will be about 400, and font size will be about 1 rem, and margin bottom will be about 15 pixel. Yeah, that's looking fine, as you can see. I think we can increase it a little bit. 2 rem, not 2 rem, 1.2 rem. Yeah, looking fine, I think. Looking fine. Let's give it 700. Yeah, it is looking much better now, as you can see. So after that, let's come to our paragraph. So item 2 paragraph, item 2 paragraph, and here what we will need is, we need a color. So the color, if I can see here, as you can see, the color is something like gray color, as you can see. So as you can see that the color is gray color. So for the gray color, what we can use is this light gray. So just paste it here. Yeah, looking fine. And also say that the font size will be about 1 rem, and font weight will be about 400, and margin bottom will be 10 pixel. Fine. And also let's give it a separate style to the S pen, which is this dollar. So P with the S pen, and here what I need is, I need to increase the font size, which is 2.5 rem. Yeah, looking good, as you can see. Also let's increase the font size or font weight, 700. Yeah, looking fine. Good. So looking good. After that, let's come to our button, which is this anchor tag. So in the item number 2, we have a class of button, and let's give it a text align of center, and also let's give it a width of 100%, and padding of about also 15 pixel. So also let's give it a background color. So the background color, if I come here, as you can see this background color, so it is actually this bright yellow. So copy this and paste it here. So that's the button what we have now. And also say that display will be inline block, or just block. And fine, after that let's say that the color of this button will be the white, and the text decoration will be the none. Also let's give it a font size of 1.5 or 1.2 rem. Looking good, not bad. Margin top 30 pixel. Looking fine. And also font weight, it will be the bold one. Perfect. Box sizing, also let's have a box shadow, so it will be a subtle box shadow here. Looking fine. And also we will have a border radius, so let's give it a border radius of 8 pixel. So it is looking fine, as you can see. So if I make it more something like this, it is looking similar, as you can see that. Yeah, looking fine. So after that let's go to the last item, which is the item number 3. Item 3, and let's give it a background color. So if I open the design, as you can see that we have this background color, which is actually I think this one. That suits much better. Okay, so after that let's go to the heading first. So in the item 3 we have a h3, and the color of it will be the white, and font weight will be 400, and font size will be 1.3 rem. And also let's give it a margin bottom of 15 pixel. Looking fine, as you can see. So after that let's go to the paragraph. So item number 3, we have a paragraph, and the paragraph color will be this light gray. Copy this and paste it here. So the color is looking good. And the last thing what I need is I need to make a line height of about 1.5 rem. Perfect. So as you can see that it is looking perfect actually. So the next thing what I need is I need to make sure about the desktop design. So now let's remove our design and let's go to the desktop design here. So let's create a media query first for our desktop. So the query will be the media and only screen and min width. So let's give it a min width about 768 pixel. And here what I need is I need to make sure about our container. So here what I will do is I will change the template for our column. As you can see that for the column now what we have is we have 100%, but what I need is I need to make sure about it have a 50%, something like that. If you notice the bottom, so if you notice the bottom layout, which is the 50% and 50%, and here what I can do is I can say that grid template columns 50% and also 50%. And here as you can see that that's what we have now. We have 2 columns and each one have 50% and 50%. And also what we can do is instead of writing 50%, we can say that 1 FR, which will make sense. So that's fine. So after that what I need is for the item number 1, I want it something like this. I want it to be 100% width. So for that, what I need to do is I can say that in our item 1, the grid area will be, so it will start from the row line 1 and also the column line 1, and it will end in the row line 2 and the column line 3. So if I give it something like that, and as you can see that, now it is having the full width as we expected here, so which is looking good, as you can see. And the next thing what I want is, I want to make sure about this item number 2 and 3. So item 2 and item 3, which will stay in our grid row 2. So it is looking perfect, and that's what we need. And if I go to the mobile design, as you can see that it's looking good, and that's the desktop design. So that's it, we now perfectly did it. And that's it for this video. If you are interested for more Frontend Mentor challenge, you can check out our YouTube channel. Here you can find more Frontend Mentor challenge, and also you can find this playlist here, which will have all the Frontend Mentor challenge that we did before. And if you're interested, please check it out. And that's for this video. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, Khuda Hafiz.